quite enjoy the a3 pawn, but he's maybe going for checkmate against the white king, Ivanka.
He certainly is. He's going to play perhaps knight.
Very beginning, we saw the Catalan, which does involve this fianchetto very early on. And okay, after a check, a retreat, asking the white bishop whether it's actually comfortable on d2, kind of gets in the way there. We did see, like you said, very, very standard moves, c6, bishop f4. There are ideas of taking this bishop back. There's always different move orders here. But this h4 idea, very, very topical. It happens all the time in the Catalan in recent times. And a4, like you said, a3 is stopping the advance, but also maybe targeting this pawn a bit later. It's a bit detached from the rest of its army.
Yeah, and speaking about plans, one idea that I've seen a lot is that the black knight will come into e4, and then it actually won't move from there. It'll get reinforced like with an f7, f5.
Yeah, for example, supporting this knight, a bit similar to the Nakamura game actually, supporting a strong knight on e4 with pawns like this. Of course, it comes at the cost of dark squares. A bit of a hole now on e5. The light square bishop, not a happy camper, but yeah, you have one strong piece, and that often is a good sign.
But I have to say, in these positions, black is still slightly worse on account of white's control of the dark squares. And I saw a game just recently where Hikaru was playing with the black pieces against Divya, I think. Vantika Agarwal, who's actually playing in the women's event. And there she was slightly better until, the complications hit.
Yeah, white is always kind of holding the key to the center. I always kind of look at two pawns versus slightly more passive counterparts, and I think, okay, white is the one who opens things or closes things at will. Therefore, white has more choice, white is more flexible, and therefore has a small advantage. Yeah, it's up to Firouzja how he intends to play this one. Normally you want to do something about this bishop, but now it feels a bit loose to play b6 and fianchetto. Yeah, I was going to say h6 is usually the answer to h4 in a lot of these positions, because, for example, in that other line we mentioned, Ivanka, for example, knight e4, white could often take this knight and land a knight on g5. Yeah. This is sometimes a bit annoying. So controlling with h6 does hint, firstly, at your plan with knight e4.
I don't know whether he was lucky, but it was an incredible endgame that he had against Kubakarov.
Yeah, one of the games of the round, it wasn't on one of the top boards necessarily, but it was just spectacular. So many tactics, I think. That one will appear in books for sure, has a bit of tactical training. Just a crazy, crazy middle game followed by a technical endgame that is quite rare, but in the end was very, very instructive, and he held the draw, which is what you need to do when you're on the back foot the entire time. And yeah, he was playing only moves for like 10 moves in a row, just to cling on, and I think he made his own luck. here. You can continue the march.
Yeah, but then you've got knight f7, and that involves some calculations.
It's a race here.
And I'm not willing to enter that race.
No, I'm not either. Just wanted to point out that knight f7 is the key because just before black gets around the back, white is able to deliver a nasty check. So no checkmating ideas here for Firouzja. Still a lot of work to be done. Maybe I wrote this one off too soon.
Well, it's actually possible to
Rook e2 threatens some king and pawn games.
Yeah. Okay, let's put the rook on e2 down.
I like rook e2 just because now, for example, if I give a check, white's knight cannot retreat back to e5 because I simply kind of simplify it into a winning king and pawn game. I think I would just put the rook e2 and rook on e2 and at least ask the question. Talking of questions, you make is g4 ever something to worry about for black? Swapping off as many pawns as possible. There's two roads to salvation. It's either a fortress that black can't make progress, or white has to trade off all the remaining pawns. Now pawn takes pawn, the idea is to take the knight, and h6 falls. This would be a draw. It's easy to get frustrated here if you're black.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, first of all, give a check. Drive, yeah, and now...
Don't know which way to go.
Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, then I should go forward as well with the king. f6.
Okay, I'll just give you a check.
And now
Always kind of yo-yo back and forth to the e5 square.
And now I'm king to
g7.
g7, yeah.
I'll come back.
Now
Not easy at all.
yeah, and if I kind of want to put my rook on f3, but I cannot do it. And if I wait with the king to f4, f8.
F8. F8 is where you will wait.